live. What's up, guys? It is the BooCrew Podcast. This is episode 19 with Pete and Chris. Hey, about to sneeze.
What's up, everybody?
Damn.
Oh, that's a good way to get started.
Sorry about that. Like, this is recorded live. Like, I can't undo that. That cannot be taken back.
All right.
Without starting over, I feel like I'm going to do it again. Chris has got some really loud cologne on.
No, I have no cologne on.
Oh.
We live in the South. Pete's catching those allergies that we got over
Yeah,
here.
I don't know what that brought that on, but I'm fine.
All right. Welcome back, y'all. Chris.
Sneeze.
Pete.
So, episode 19, for first Monday back after 4th of July. We should be playing softball tonight. We're not. Because the 4th was just Friday. So
I mean, well, they had games Friday and Saturday. Remember, you couldn't.
It was different stuff.
Oh.
Completely different.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't get to play. There wasn't a lot of people in it, but there's one this Friday I'm playing. There's a lot of people playing in that thing.
Oh, yeah?
That'd be a cool one. Gonna have fun in that. We have a fun week coming up. It's gonna be real hot. The grass is out of control at Monkey Boo Land, so got that as a project. That's pretty much gonna consume most of a day, or a half a day here and a half a day there.
Yeah, Pete always tries to convince me that I need some outdoor therapy, and he tries to get me to come over to cut his grass for therapy purposes. I always tell him no, though. Turn him down.
So we have an interesting topic for today. Good news is we haven't seen you guys. I'll be here for somebody sometime today. We may have just signed a sponsor for 10 episodes.
Yes.
We had Thursday afternoon on the 3rd. I had a very, very good meeting with someone, and I personally think it'll go on to be a longer sponsorship than that. So keep your fingers crossed on that. I'm really sure about it, but it's a 10 episode deal.
Yep.
Where they'll be sponsoring the podcast for 10 episodes, and we'll proceed after that with how we're going to move forward with the same people.
Yep, that's exciting. That's good. That's good news for us.
Maybe possibly stick with them. I mean, you never know. I have to do what's right for Chris and I in the show, but like I can see it turning into a long-term relationship, partnership.
Yeah, that's
pretty excited about it.
After today,
can't say anything about it yet because, like I said, I'm just waiting on a text message or a phone call or something. And it'll be a voila.
It's coming.
Yeah, I was like, because one of the things we didn't want to do was the DraftKings or FanDuel or anything like that. I told Chris from the beginning, I said, I'm not messing with none of them. I said, either they call or I said, there's places you can reach out and do. I said, I don't think the NBA, the NFL, Major League Baseball, whoever, I don't think they should be official partners with the gaming sites. That's dirty pool.
Yeah,
that's cheating. You're cheating.
That's right.
You're cheating. Like, hello, it says you're official partners. Like that messes with the integrity of it. But today's episode is about crazy ass people, crazy people. And when I say crazy people, like there's some, like we'll probably talk about some really extreme cases of really bad people.
Yeah.
There might be some fairly sane people that just, some people might think they're crazy because of something they gave up or something they didn't do. They had a chance to. Like there's, crazy is a very broad spectrum. If I had to say the craziest person ever, I don't know who it would be. I mean, there's some cases out there, man. There's some really strange people.
Yeah, you almost have to categorize it. What kind of crazy are you talking about?
And there's there's people that are mentally ill that would be called crazy, I guess, technically, and they can't help that.
When I think crazy, I think like, man, that person was wild crazy.
Like there's crazy. Like we talk about there's crazy girlfriends. Chris asked me, he specifically remembers his craziest girlfriends.
I definitely do.
Chris had a girl bang her head on the floor.
Oh yeah,
it was a concrete slab floor.
Oh yeah,
underneath the whatever was it.
Yeah, on the floor. It was this concrete slab, and then it had the flooring over the top of it, whatever.
Why did she bang her head on the floor?
Man, we had a tough relationship, me and that one. I don't think either one of us liked each other at all, anyways. But she was a fair amount younger than me, and I don't know, some sort of fight happened. I imagine I broke up with her. I'm pretty sure that's what happened there. And yeah, she went over there and decided to smash her head on the floor for. It was a solid 3 minutes at
Did it
least.
bleed?
No, it didn't bleed, but I mean, she had like little knots. I mean, that was my craziest experience with a girlfriend. I'll never forget that because that was the last one I had before I got married. Because I figured I was like, I don't think it's gonna get any worse than this one. So once that one was gone, and then I found a good one, I was like, all right, that's it. I was like, I'm done. I don't want to go back to the crazy with the girl banging her head on the floor anymore. That was too much for me. And she had the number one crazy girl name. I'm not gonna say it, but you can look it up and know which one it was. Hey, Don.
You think that's it? The most craziest name?
Oh,
I'm not
I
gonna
think
say what I think. That's I have a different one. I'm not gonna say.
I think that when it comes to those in particular names that are on those lists for the crazy girlfriends, I think that they're spot on, man. I mean, there's a handful of those names that that I've dated, and yes, they are crazy. So,
All right, so we're gonna take a. I'm not. Chris is gonna talk to you guys. Star is on a rampage. Like I need to check. We're here. Nobody's here. I need to make sure that I don't like her the tone of her bark. So you got to entertain. We're talking about crazy people, crazy girls. Like,
all right, yeah.
you're right.
So,
I just need to make sure.
so, but anyways, I think that the list of names for the crazy people, and I've heard the same thing that girls have said about the guys' list of crazy names, and a lot of people think they're true. And like I said, I've dated a few of those kind of girls. And things can get wild. Maybe it's not just the name, but I don't know. There sure are some similarities to the list, and the crazy people. Which hell, I might be on that list. The name Chris, I don't even know. If y'all know if he's on the list of crazy people, y'all let me know. But I can think of lots of other crazy people that aren't just girlfriends or even just women in general. There's like Pete was saying, there's a variety of different types of crazies, and but everything all right out there,
Yeah.
Monkey Boo Land.
Yeah.
All right.
Just making sure Star sounds like something that needs to be destroyed, but we're good. Star's crazy. My dog's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so crazy girlfriends. Actually, I did have a really crazy girlfriend, but luckily I was old enough at the time to have already been past all that and was way smarter than she was crazy.
All right.
And that bitch was out there.
Well,
Drank and stuff too. Ooh.
Maybe one day we'll talk about the girls that's made you do the craziest thing. Like that picture I got of you. Since I've known you, that's got to be, that has to be the wildest thing since I've known you.
Just don't ever bring it up again. But, well, I mean, like, I knew a girl when I was young that was my girlfriend. And the girl that I was talking about as an adult that was probably like the craziest girl that I've, like, just straight crazy.
Yeah.
My girlfriend, like when I was in high school age, she was a little more laid back and chill. But if she had to go get crazy, I don't think the older girl crazy, I don't think she was on the same level. Just my girlfriend in high school, it was just a more controlled, but once it was let go, she's pretty crazy.
Well, those high school hormones, I mean, I still remember what it's like to be in high school and to be that age. I mean, the hormones are going crazy, man.
Yeah, she was. She was.
Both sides. I mean,
but
that age.
Yeah, but then there's the really crazy people. Like there's. I mean, when you start thinking about serial killers and stuff, Jeffrey Dahmer immediately will come to mind.
Oh yeah.
Man, that dude was crazy. But I mean,
Yeah,
I
he's
know
nuts.
he's not the only person that's done stuff like that. Gacy was crazy. Bundy, like them dude. All right, here's an interesting one. Charles Manson. Oh, batshit crazy, crazy. He
Yeah.
looked at his judge. I'm Jesus Christ. But you know, like, and I've watched a little bit of stuff about Manson. I watched Geraldo do that interview with him. That was pretty wild.
Yeah.
I've seen Manson and stuff, but one thing that's always confused me about that, should that dude been locked up forever? Probably. Yes. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, but Manson didn't unalive anybody himself.
He didn't, but
He manipulated some people into it, but,
yeah.
you know, it was grown people.
They were, but you know, on some of the stuff that he was, you know, that he was feeding them and then filling their brains. I mean, these people looked at him like he was, you know, some sort of higher being or whatever. And I mean, whenever you're in a state of mind like that, for those people, I mean, you have to be
you
a
know
weak.
what? Thank God that I'm not crazy like Charles Manson, because if Charles Manson could talk some people into doing that, really, if he really, I think I could.
I mean, they're weak-minded people. You know, the ones he picked out. I think that he knew what kind of people he was looking for, and they were just weak-minded, and he was able to control them.
I thought he just got mad because he didn't get his music deal or something.
I mean, he was pretty mad about that.
Ain't that what the people got unalived over for the most part?
Yeah, I think so.
Did he ever have any music that was released?
I don't think so. I really don't know, but I mean, he was good.
We can't listen to it. Oh my gosh, there's got to be some Manson music, some Charles Manson music.
I'm sure there is. I mean, he hung out with good musicians. I think one of the Beach Boys was one of his best friends.
Yeah, that had something to do with all that, right?
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Like, yeah, he was a crazy dude, but that's. A lot of people would say L. Ron Hubbard's pretty crazy. The dude that invented Scientology.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy genius.
You know.
How much is it? Hold on a minute. How much is the Church of Scientology worth? What is the net worth of the Church of Scientology?
They ain't telling me. It was a lot. I remember looking it up. It was a big number.
It should talk to me, but it's not.
You probably hooked up downstairs.
No. Number 10, the Church of Scientology. The Freemasons are number 9. Nah, man. This list is probably not all that accurate, because I know the Freemasons are. Well, that says a religion. Man, that's a club. They get together. That's not a religion.
They sure don't let anybody just join.
Alright.
I still want to call the Scientology place up here in Charlotte and see if we can get an interview with them. That shit would be awesome, man.
They don't really say their net worth. It just talks about how much expensive stuff they have. Mm-hmm. Man, I want to think I've seen it was like 30 billion or something.
Yeah, that's what I think it was. It was in the billions.
It's more than the Cowboys, man. They're the most expensive sports franchise in the world. They're worth about $10 or $11 billion. More than the soccer clubs. Maybe it was $1 million. Nah. That's so much. But anyway, like, a lot of people would say, oh, Ron Hubbard, like, his idea, to me, is crazy as... It's crazy. But what's even crazier is the people that he sold it to, and they have bought into it and believe in it and, you know, live by it. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. To
me, that's a different kind of crazy.
It's in the billions. That's what it says. There's no number. It just says in the
billions. Like, just off of in the early days of doing the pot, they were sitting around out there in California, and he came up with this. He was high when they had come up with this idea and started the damn religion out of it. Go ahead, L. Ron.
Hey, you know.
That's one of the funniest episodes of South Park ever.
Is that what they were doing on the episode?
I thought Stan was the recreation of L. Ron.
Oh my God, dude.
They were at the mall doing the Scientology test, and he tested off the charts. And it was like, it's him. That's the one where Tom Cruise comes to his house and says, Tom Cruise will not come out of the closet. He sued him and lost. But yeah,
that's funny.
Obviously, any of those people, I've known some pretty crazy people. I knew a guy in Florida that he was a little dude, and even though he was a little bit older than me when I was like probably a teenager, he was a little bit older. He wasn't very big. Like on dry land, like when you just looking at him, even though I was younger than him, like, man, I have no problem with this dude right here. Like I know he's supposed to be tough, like a little scrappy. Like, I ain't sweating this little dude. Let me tell you what this guy would do. They'd go out into the canals or lakes where the alligators are at, and they'd fire off a few shots, bang, 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 and then he'd go in, he'd go off the side of the boat with a pair of cut off jeans on and bring the alligator back. This dude was like 5'3", 120. He's a little dude.
All right.
That's scary. That's like, so when you think back, like, oh, this dude be easy work. Like, all right, first off, he's not scared of you.
Okay. Yeah.
This dude goes into the water after an alligator that he can't see. That he don't even know if it's been struck yet by.
Oh, okay.
He's going in the dark and bringing them back up, and and they may not pass immediately. Like he would do that. So, even though I look at him and go, man, ain't nothing that dude. I'd be like, but if I run up on him, and be like, here's what's about to happen. He'd be like, it ain't gonna scare him at all. Like somebody like that has no fear. That's a kind of a craziness.
That is a craziness.
Historically, there's been some crazy people like leaders and stuff where like their power went to their head.
Skeeter.
Man, I'll be honest with you guys. Like, crazy can have so many different definitions, but if it comes down to it, I can't speak for anybody else because I'm not in anybody else's head but my own. But in certain situations, like for my family, things that I really care about, I might be the craziest person I know. Historically, has there been some crazier people to me? Probably. But that
we'll say maybe.
I know some crazy ass. I've met some crazy ass people in my time and seen and heard. Social media. Like I see crazy stuff every single day, but I can see in certain situations where I could easily be the craziest person. Have you ever seen that movie, The Purge?
Well, hold on. First of all, I agree with you. I think that you could be one of the craziest people that I know at certain times.
I'm a super nice person. I like everybody. I try my best to get along.
No, don't get me wrong. I definitely agree with you. You are one of the most
nicest people I know.
But if it comes to like your kids or your mom or the monkeys or something like that, man, you take offense to shit when somebody says something about any of those people. So you can be a little wild, but then again, I think anybody can.
Yeah. I mean, family is, but that's like the dude that jumped off a cruise ship. It's been like a week or two ago. His daughter.
What?
His daughter was like 4. She went off the cruise ship, and he jumped off. And it's like, oh, he's a hero. Like, yeah, but I forgot who I was talking with about it, but bro, if my 4-year-old daughter falls off the back of a cruise ship into the water, I'm going off the back of that ship, so I'm probably going to hit the water before she does.
Swan,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm coming in aerodynamic.
We are. Yeah, I've never had any kids myself, but I imagine that I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
If that's your kid, you're
like for real. She's gonna be falling to the water. I'm like and catch her, go in one-handed with her in my arm. It was heroic. They were both got saved.
Yeah.
They were in the water for a little while. I don't know what cruise ship it was, but I think they spent about 30. It took about 30 minutes before they got them out of the water.
But I imagine this is a cruise, so it's probably somewhere in the Atlantic, the Caribbean, something like that, maybe.
Yeah, it was. But
at least they went fell in somewhere that was nice.
Man,
I mean, scary as hell. I'd hate to know
I
that
can't
was
believe
me.
that they didn't have them a lifeboat down there like immediately or I don't know.
I mean,
Just
what are they supposed to do, man? How are they going to get one that fast? In under
for
30
one of
minutes?
those side man, whatever, man. I don't know. It just seemed like the boat was very. Didn't seem like the boat was very prepared to me.
I mean, this is the first
For them to have to
first
spend, like for them to have to spend, like I understand the boat, they got to get that boat stopped and blah 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 and all that stuff. 30 minutes, y'all like he's done it with his 4-year-old child, man. Give him the fuck out the water.
Yeah.
Like I don't seem to me like to prioritize that. Like they shouldn't even have to wait for help to get there. That ship should have been able to provide that.
30 minutes. That is indeed a long time to
If I was on
to tread water.
I can swim, Chris. If I was on the kitchen staff, I could have had them people hooked up to a rope. We could have been pulled all of us been pulled up. I'm just saying, just me, myself.
If you were on the kitchen staff.
If I was just on the kitchen staff on the boat, I could run out there and be like, why didn't y'all get them out of the water? Like, tie that damn rope around my waist. Give me 3 of those buoys. Coming to get y'all. Open that, because they got little levels, you know, that you can step on, like, on the side.
That's right.
We're going out one of them side doors. I'm only jumping about 30 feet down. I'm right here.
I mean, you can't
Pull us up.
In a big ship like that. You can't get close to them. You know. If
you got to get it to stop.
Yeah.
But while I'm tying off and stuff, like stop the boat, bitches.
Drop anchor.
I'm just but like I said, that was very heroic.
And that's unbelievable. I can't believe that I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty
Dad of the year already. You know. I mean, it sucks that he lost his kid too, though. You know how did the damn kid get overboard? Where was
yeah. You know, like I'm not giving up Dad of the Year.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, they could have at least had the little leash on the kid or something, you know.
I'll take that title again. Like 30. I've got 30. Let's see. Yeah, that'd be 33 years in a year. Right. Dad of the Year. Just because he jumped off the boat, I mean, his damn kid shouldn't have fell off the back of the boat to start with.
Yeah.
So, point deduction.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that falls in the he's crazy category.
Parenting 101, subsection A, paragraph 4, part 3.
Skeeter here is agreeing.
Pay attention to your kid on the back of a fucking cruise ship.
Yeah.
But
I mean, even I'll tell you what though. I mean, when I take my dogs on like a bridge or something, whenever we're out walking, even my dogs know not to get too close. I'm just saying.
Hey, you know who I think are some crazy people?
Who?
Freaking adrenaline junkies.
Oh man, they are crazy, but that's a cool kind of crazy though.
Man, whatever, Bodie. It's not tragic to die doing what you love.
Hey,
Bodie from Point Break.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it is kind of. It can be. Like I don't jump out of airplanes.
Well, so I'm guessing no jumping out of airplanes. So you would never ride in a stunt plane that did the tricks. We talked about this one time.
Oh, you did that, right?
I did.
Was we on the podcast or was you just telling me about
we may have talked about it on here. I'm not sure.
What up? Oh yeah, no, hell no, man, no.
Why not though?
Because have you not seen La Bamba?
I mean, he was in a little Cessna, and it was in a storm, and they got struck by lightning and stuff. Killed the radio, killed the engine, straight down. These people are trained to fly those things, man.
It ain't nothing but a little combustion engine on that plane. He's flipping it upside down. I know my lawnmower don't run good if I flip it upside down.
Man.
Did you say it's cutting it off and stuff too?
Oh yeah, it turns off. You're going up and it's all, and then it's silent, and then you fall.
All of a sudden, he's doing one of his little turn it off tricks to go turn it back on. He's like, right.
Oh,
he's like, hey, why doesn't it come back on? I'm like, I think I might have found a plug. We're going towards the freaking ocean or whatever you're flying over. Like, what are you gonna do, man?
He talks about that before you go flying. He tells you what happened, what to do. He's like, if something happens, he said, you'll hear me over your intercom. And he was like, what you do is, he said, you unbuckle your seatbelt, you stand up and jump out and pull your parachute and enjoy the view on the way down, and the Coast Guard will pick you up shortly, or will pick us up shortly. That is what literally that was his exact words to
But
me.
then he's doing tricks and he's coming down and he's real close to the water and stuff.
No, they don't do the coming close to the water stuff.
That's
Everything's
That's
got to be
crazy.
done up high.
That's kind of crazy.
Man, you're over the reef, dude. It is so beautiful that if you were going to go, what a better way to go, man.
Crazy jobs.
What's his name? Mike Rowe. he goes and does all the crazy jobs.
He does dirty jobs.
Oh, I guess so. But some of that shit's crazy. He does.
What about the dudes that clean windows and stuff on the side of skyscrapers?
Man, I couldn't do that.
Whoo!
I couldn't do that. I'm not scared of heights, but
I know, man. Damn.
I'm scared of
You gotta draw-
falling.
yeah, exactly. You got to draw a line somewhere on that stuff, man. Like, I wonder how much those dudes make. A lot.
Man, I don't know, but what about the people that have to climb the great big like towers to change the lights? I mean, dude, those things are hundreds of feet in
The
there.
cell phone towers and stuff. Yeah.
You'd think they would have came up with something better by now than them having to manually climb up those things. But that
seems like they could set them at the top. They could hook off.
sounds like fun.
They could come out of a helicopter
It was.
on a short rope and hook off to it without having to climb up that thing. Be a lot faster.
Yeah. I mean, I think whenever they have to climb them, I think they
if
have
you're
like a
willing,
tube.
if somebody's willing to climb all the way to the top of it, surely they're willing to come 10 feet down out of a helicopter and tie off to it and then climb down that rope and re-tie off and do what they got to do. And
You would think so, because I think whenever they have to climb those things, I'm pretty sure they have like the 2 or 3 straps with the locks. Every time they go up one, they have to unhook, hook, unhook, hook. So they're constantly
I'm
hooked.
saying, man, take me up here in a helicopter and let me come out the window and tie it off.
See,
Tell me the light.
yeah. I mean, that'd be the way to go. But then you got to rent a helicopter, pay for the gas, all that stuff, and other than that, you just have manual labor. One guy that
Man,
needs to go climb up.
it's AT&T and Verizon and you got to pay for a helicopter. Sorry.
Shit,
Like,
you know they ain't gonna pay for nothing like that. They said Skeeter says they wouldn't climb nothing, no for nothing. Ain't no way.
they wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't climb it. No, absolutely not.
Those ones up on Philadelphia Church Road.
Those are like the big transformer looking
freaking high.
things. I wouldn't. I would climb up
They're
some
high.
of it, but I don't think I could get to the top, man.
For how much? There's a duffel bag, $10 million.
Oh, I'd run up.
Tax-free.
I would run up that thing.
Well, you got to be safe about it. You can't be stupid.
Oh, I would get up there. $10 million? Yeah, no questions, dude. I would be
Well,
concentrated
I'd be like, hold on,
like
I'd be like,
you
hold
playing
on.
baseball.
Do I get to use safety equipment climbing, going up? Or am I on my own? You know, when I get tired, like, can I tie off if I need to rest and all that? Like, absolutely.
What would be harder, going up or coming down? I think going down would be the hard part.
Nah, man. Once you get that money and put it on your back, your adrenaline is going to be freaking pumping.
So let's say you got to climb to the top, and then you have to stand up. You have to climb to the very top and stand up, and then you have like you're getting off of a roof of a house. Because that's the scariest part about getting off of a big roof is that getting back on the ladder, man.
I bet normally coming down might be the worst part, but I think once you get the money and as you start coming down, I think it's going to get easier as it goes, especially too. It really is.
I mean, it's going to get easier, but that initial, because once you're going up, you're concentrating. Hey, but once you're concentrating, they're just pumping, getting it, and coming down, you're going to be all holy shit. Excuse me.
Other crazy. What are crazy professions? What is like you got to be like.
You gotta be crazy to have that job.
The dude that goes and in the military, I know the dude, or the bomb squad guy that goes in and
it diffuses the bombs, man.
That's man.
What a job!
I understand being good at what you do, but
Do those suits really work? Do the suits really work that they put them in, the bomb squad suits?
I guess it depends on what the bomb is.
Is that because if they don't, then what's the use to wear it if it doesn't work?
I don't know.
But you got to really, I guess you just have to love people to do that job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a thing about loving your job. You're a protector, and you wanna be able to protect people. I think is what the mentality is, something like that. But is it crazy? Absolutely. I wouldn't want that job.
The sad part is like when you talk about crazy people, there's a lot of mentally ill people that you see out doing a lot of really strange things, and that I would definitely have to classify some of that stuff as crazy. I'm sorry, but that's kind of sad there. But I'm more on like the crazy, historically crazy people. Like Hitler was a bad dude. I would call that crazy. That's an evil crazy. Yeah, that's different. There's different kinds of crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100% different kinds of crazy.
There's people that are crazy just to draw attention and make people laugh.
Oh yeah,
man. Do crazy stuff.
You remember my friend George, Alex is what I call him.
I know what you're gonna say.
Oh yeah, and whenever he was on
early days of YouTube.
Huh?
Early days of YouTube.
Oh yeah, early days of YouTube. My buddy George, he ate a worm, a night crawler, on here. It was disgusting.
Oh man.
So they want to know why you don't go by your other name anymore.
My other name?
Yeah, not Pete, your other name. Well, but either way, George, though, he's definitely one of the craziest people I know, man. He went and got the word crazy tattooed on his neck. He was crazy. He knew he was crazy.
Because because who asked that?
Skeeter.
Oh, because that's my nickname. And it's some people call me by my real name. A few of my friends, family, but probably 90% of the people I interact with, if not more, probably way more than that, call me Pete. I got my nickname from when I first moved up to North Carolina, when I was 19 or maybe 20. The first year we had a softball team, the place I worked at. I had like 6 games in a row at the end of the year where I had a chance to get a hit and win the game for us, or not get a hit and we was going to lose. And I come through like 6 times in a row, and somewhere in that, my buddy started calling me. It was like the 4th game, and I was coming up to bat, and he started putting his stuff up, and everybody was like, "What are you doing? Like the game's not over." He's like, "Man," he literally said, we didn't discuss this, but he told me, he said, "Do you see where the third baseman's standing?" He goes, David is about to hit one down the line. Right down that line right there. He goes, "Ain't nothing that dude can do about it." He goes, "He's been doing it all night long. He still ain't moved over, and he's going to come in and score when the game's over." He goes, "In fact," he goes, "that's not even David." He goes, "It's like Pete Rose." He goes, "He can do it anytime he wants to." And he goes, "In fact, I'm going to start calling him Pete." And then I had game-winning hits like the next 2 games, and that was kind of, so he got everybody at work to kind of start calling me Pete. And that was like when I first started playing softball, and then I ended up winning worlds and stuff. So everybody at softball field always just called me Pete.
Yeah.
As I started doing the YouTube stuff years ago, I did comedy before I did the monkey videos, and I just always went by Pete on there.
Right.
So there you go.
Yep, there we go. All right.
What's funny is the people who don't know me at all that try to call me by my real name.
I guess they said that whenever they started watching, you went by the other name with Boo back in the day.
No, I didn't.
That's just what they're thinking. But
they may have heard Tracy say it in a video or something like that. I've never, in the history of YouTube, I've never referred to myself by my real name.
Yeah, they probably. I'm sure they heard somebody.
I would. I've been there for every video,
so that's not a stunt double.
I trust me. Like I said, I know my real name has been said in videos, but I've never addressed myself as that.
Speaking of stunt doubles, that wasn't your stunt double that fell on that rail in that one video.
No, I do long stunts. You want to watch that or something, Chris?
Oh God, man, that thing had me cracking up.
Really, I watched it again. It really wasn't that funny.
It really was.
It hurt, man.
All right, well, but I mean, crazy professions though. There's a whole bunch of those things out there, man. And I think of crazy professions. It's in the air, and it's those people that deal with garbage and like plumbing stuff. That's got to be the nastiest job in the world. Both of those.
Oh yeah.
And you have to be crazy or just broke to want to do that kind of work.
There's some really crazy people that go down in mines, underwater, submarines, like the military people.
I don't think that you're crazy to do that. I think that you want big money because that's the highest paying job I think in the
3
military.
or 4 months straight underwater without. Man, I don't
Nope.
know about that. I just don't know about that. I can go a couple of days and not go outside. Believe me, I promise I can. But
oh God,
but,
really?
But I can't do a submarine. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Like that's to me, people that are able to do that, like maybe like they're just different. If I can't do it, and somebody else has the mental capacity to do it, they're crazy. It's they're crazy.
So it's just how it is.
It's because they're crazy. Okay? I don't mean it in a bad way. Like I said, just because if I don't have the mental capacity to do something that somebody else can do, it's because that person's crazy. Quote me on that. Like write that down. Oh my God.
Write this down.
What did I say? What is the quote?
If you don't have the mental capacity
if they don't have the mental capacity.
I don't know. All right.
No, if I don't have the mental if I don't have the mental capacity and there's something that someone else can, they're crazy.
We're gonna have to shorten it a little bit.
If I don't have the like for real, you're gonna have to live by this, guys. If I don't have the mental capacity to endure something that you're willing to, it's because you're crazy.
There you go. That's it, y'all. Put that on a T-shirt, and underneath it'll have Pete.
Like going, what? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Oh man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, some of the crazy people I've known, like when I was younger and stuff like that, their crazy was like, especially considered by today's standards, would have been very hate based.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy looking back, things that I seen as a kid that people would do, how they were towards people and other people and stuff like that, is that because it was a different time and I was younger or whatever, never like openly was a part of it, but just witnessed it. Like, glad it's not like that now. And if it is, I'm glad that it's called out. And, it's different.
Yeah, for sure. But you were talking like all of those Red Bull people that do the stunts, jumping off the cliffs with in the little windsuits.
Oh, they fly around like they're freaking bats.
Oh yeah.
They ain't got no motor, nothing brakes. They ain't got nothing.
What do you think about that?
Absolutely not.
But you as a young person, I mean, I don't know if no, I'm saying, but you as a young person, I don't know if you do it now, but surfing, would you still go surf? Because I know you said you used to surf as a kid or a younger person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think like I mean somewhere like on an East Coast beach, not going to Hawaii.
I go to Smyrna. It's the most dangerous beach in the United States.
That's right. Shark bites, right? Yeah.
I'm going in. Yeah, I'll go out.
You'd still go. You think you could do it?
Yeah.
It's like riding a bicycle?
It's not like riding a bike, but...
What do you think about those people that go out to, what is it called, like Nazarene? Is that what it's called? Where that gigantic wave is out there during a certain time of the year? Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, dude. I mean, this wave looks like it's like 100 feet tall, man.
Out in the middle of the ocean?
Yeah. I mean, you can see it from land.
It breaks on a reef. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of places like that.
I mean,
off the coast of Australia and off the coast of Africa, and there are some places where there's some monster waves. There's not just big Hawaii. There's Maui and all those places.
Oh, I mean, well,
Waimea Bay is ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Oh, those big wave surfers, they're crazy.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I can only imagine just what goes through those people's heads.
The adrenaline people, they're the crazy. I think they might be the craziest people.
Yeah.
Jumping out of airplanes. Ain't they people that jump out without a parachute?
Oh hell no. I know they do that. That's stupid. The people that throw their parachute out and then they jump out. Man, what?
Is that what they do?
I don't know.
I think there's people that jump without a parachute. I don't know.
Man, what the hell are they doing?
I don't know. Hold on. Can you jump out of a plane without a parachute?
Yes, you can. It's called jumping to your death.
Jumping out of a conventional airplane would include the serious risk of smashing into the fuselage. Is jumping from an airplane without a parachute a sport? Okay, it says they use a parachute.
Right.
Skydiving.
That's
the sport. Skydiving.
Yeah, that's jumping out with a parachute.
Oh, hot air balloon.
I'm halfway on hot air balloons, man. I think that I would like to do it. But at the same time, I know those things are dangerous as hell, man. Like, things happen to those every year. You hear about some shit happening with those things.
Let's just say you're 120 feet. That's really not even that high for a hot air balloon. And some shit goes wrong.
I mean, are you in like a parachute or something whenever you go up in these things, or is it?
I don't think so.
Man, no. If I went, I want a parachute. Can I pay extra? Can I get a parachute if I pay extra? You know, because if this thing starts to go
I never really thought
haywire.
about that. Yeah, it's a freaking. It's like your grill, dude. It's a propane tank.
Yeah. I mean,
And it's got a big ass balloon on it with heat going up to it.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
Yeah, like it's all vinyl and rope and shit, and you're probably in like a wicker basket.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I've never been up in one. You've never been close to one because I'm going up in one. There's no way in hell. Like some of the mountain climbing that the people do.
I'm not doing.
Oh man.
No, man. I'm not doing any mountain climbing at all. Nothing to where I could fall and die. Nothing where I could fall and.
Man, I don't even want to go hiking.
I go hiking now. I ain't against that, but going somewhere where you got to use your hands to climb up stuff. No, not if there's any chance that I'm gonna fall to my demise. I'm good on that, man. I try to stay. I mean, I like hiking. I like doing outdoor things. I like going to the mountains, but I don't want to go do any rock climbing or anything like that. I mean, I like to watch it as a sport, maybe, but that's where it ends for me.
Do you know of any bridges or anything like that you wouldn't cross?
No, I'd go across any bridge.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think there's any that I wouldn't. Man, I drove up the Trail Ridge Road.
What if you drove up on a bridge over a creek in Louisiana and you didn't know if it was made for four-wheelers or for a car or what? In a rainstorm, in a flood, with rising water.
Would I go across that? I might get out the car real quick and go feel the bridge and see if it's moving with the water.
What are you gonna see if it sags a little when you step on it?
No, to see if it's moving.
It's not a freaking floor in the house.
Just to see if it's moving, man. Go get on it, see if it's moving. If it's trembling a little bit, has a little shake like that going on. I don't think I would. You didn't.
Nah.
I know you did.
Well, plus there wasn't no guarantee that once I crossed it, I was gonna be able to get out of where I was at.
Yeah, you knew that where you came from, you could get back.
Well, barely, like by just seconds. That water was coming up so fast. Like I drove through a storm.
It was a tropical storm, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I ain't never seen that much lightning in my life. I remember we was on Interstate 10 in Louisiana over the swamp on the bridge. For like a 5-minute stretch, there was literally lightning continuously.
Wow.
Oh my God, dude, it was wild. It was crazy, and it flooded so bad. They had the interstate was closed at the Texas state line and stuff, but then it actually opened right. But yeah, everything was flooding. I pulled off one of the most miraculous driving things I think I've ever done. After it was like after we got away from there and seen that everything how flooded out everything was, it was like, ooh, wow, that could have been bad.
Yeah.
We got lucky.
Yeah. So that's something that's crazy. Not crazy people, but that's a real crazy
The
time.
weather's crazy right now. That was tragic what happened in Texas this weekend. We don't like to talk about sad stuff, but man, that was really sad.
Yeah, my heart's with all those people.
Yeah,
I've heard some wild stuff.
That's a lot of people, and
yeah.
I wish they'd been better prepared. But,
yeah, Texas is tough people out there though, man. They're gonna come through.
But like, I didn't know those people. I don't know the whole story. I know he didn't do it. From an entertainment value, maybe it's just a fascination of watching him talk because he's so freaking crazy. But Manson's one of my favorite crazy people. I'm gonna circle back now. Like when that dude was in court and he looked at the judge straight face. Me and my friend remember this was probably in the early '90s. And when he looked right at the judge, he went, but Judge, I'm Jesus Christ. Like, we made like a joke out of that, like a little inside joke. We were like, but I'm Jesus, you know what I'm saying? We would quote him.
Yeah.
It was that, I don't know, he's a nut. Manson.
He isn't, how does somebody like that get popular enough to get their face put on T-shirts and people actually want to wear it?
I know what you're talking about. I'm not a fan.
I'm not either,
I'm
man.
just fascinated.
Yeah. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just talking about like those people.
People that glorify it.
Yeah, I mean, what's the whole thing about glorifying somebody that's done shit like that's I don't get that. Like, dude, I've seen like the Ted Bundy shirts too. With his mugshot on it. Why would you want to have that? I mean, I have one with Jerry Garcia's mugshot on it, but I mean, Jerry didn't unalive somebody.
That's.
I don't get that.
Now, I have seen some funny videos, and I don't care what your take on it is. The alligator Alcatraz.
I don't know.
The prison, the Everglades.
The alligator. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
I have seen some people doing videos because they're supposedly selling merch.
And this is for the Alcatraz.
I think it's actually open now.
It's already open.
I think.
Okay.
They threw that thing together in a few days. But anyway. Like, I've seen people post videos going, I'm not wearing nothing out like that because I'm not a political person. I ain't trying to make no statement. I don't want to fucking argue with somebody. But they were wearing this stuff going, if I see somebody wearing an alligator or Alcatraz, they're going to have to deal with me. Like, most of the people I've seen doing those videos, I would say, I'm sorry, but most of the people that I can think of that would wear a shirt like that, the people that are doing those videos, I would not recommend that you do a damn thing to somebody wearing that shirt because I don't think it's going to end good for you. I mean, there's always exceptions, but I'm just saying, like, probably don't want to mess with them people. Not because of the shirt they're wearing, just
like these people that would have on these shirts, are these supporters? Or are they people that like work there, or are they inmates?
The people that are saying they better not see, these are just people that are against it because it's inhumane or whatever.
Oh, inhumane to the people that are there? Because the people that are there for a reason. Those aren't your typical.
If it's the worst of the worst.
Yeah, that's what it should be, though, right?
You could probably take me to Central Prison in Raleigh, North Carolina, and let me look at everybody's files, and I could probably be like, wow. Like, this person deserves to be there. They've done something horrifically bad.
That's right. That's right.
So people are like, oh, who could do that? Man, look at some of these crimes. Like, if the people as long as it's the people that committed the crimes that deserve that are there, maybe better than if I was president. I promise you. Like, bad people like that. You ever seen the mosquitoes after the flood, the storms?
I know about them. No, but I've heard about them.
Like, walking to President Moss is freaking tied to a pole and eaten alive tonight by a mosquito.
You're going to get eaten alive at the stake by the mosquitoes.
Yeah, it take about 12 hours and you bleed done, sun dry. Like, bad. I'm talking about bad people, people that hurt women and kids, and you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
bad people. And I don't care. Like
I have
and
no
that,
sympathy for
that
those
has
kind of
nothing to do with what country they're from, because there's crazy ass people like that in the United States.
Yeah.
That guy in Colorado that unalived his family and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, he got. I heard he caught nasty when in prison. Heard they pieced him up real good. Like, hey,
rightfully so.
Man, after what he did to his little girls and stuff, man. That was,
Man, I have no remorse for people like that.
Like somebody
No.
like that crazy.
Yes.
Obviously, yes.
Hell
But what,
yes.
Like, what would you call that? Stupid crazy?
Psycho.
Just psycho crazy?
I mean, for me, yeah. I mean, you know that's man. For one, if you do something like that, there shouldn't be no you're going to prison. You know, we're gonna keep you alive for the rest of your life and let you be miserable. No. Somebody that does shit like that, you're done for.
Do you know anybody, like, don't say no names, but do you think you know anybody that could potentially be like a psycho? I don't think I do.
He's not with us anymore, but yes.
So you knew somebody.
Yes.
I don't think I do.
He was one of my best friends, in fact.
I freaking hope not, anyway.
But I think that this guy had potential. We hung out a lot, so I kind of know how he thought a little bit, and he didn't ever do anything like that. But I think that if he could have had a trigger, I think something could have happened.
Okay, so the people that unalive, do mass things, like, is obviously they're crazy. What would be the word for that crazy? Angry crazy.
No, because I don't think that Manson was like an
No,
angry.
I'm talking about like at the school, like more recent stuff.
Oh.
the people that go on that unalive. Like,
I don't know what you would call people that do things at a school.
now, I know some of them are religiously motivated sometimes or whatever, but like the ones that are just kind of random. Man, what's the word I'm looking for? Like glamouristic crazy. Like they know how it's going to end for them, but they're gonna.
Like they want the fame.
Yeah. It's sick, man. There's people like that.
The guy that got Lennon. Yeah, the guy that got Lennon. I mean, that's what he did it
Well,
for.
you know what? Hold up. Time out. He did that for the fame, right?
Yeah.
And what'd you just call him? What'd you call him? Well, how'd you refer to him?
The guy that got Lennon. Yeah.
The guy that shot. Yeah. I don't know his name. So that didn't work out. Not too well.
And you saw what I called him because I don't know his name
There's probably
either.
other people that be like, oh, it was such and such. Like, that fame thing didn't hit on that one, brother, because you're just a dude that did that to John Lennon. You ain't John Lennon.
That's right.
Like, John Lennon won in that sense. If that's what he was looking for.
Yeah, that. And I don't know if you could go as far as to say John
Hey,
Lennon won.
I think the dude that put one in Reagan is out.
Out?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. Man, what was his name? Damn it. Oh,
What?
man. The one, yes, because he wanted to get Jodie Foster's attention. I was in like the third grade, Chris.
Because he wanted Jody's. Man, this
I think
is
I was
new
in
to me.
third grade. Yes. Damn, what was his name? Who attempted to assassinate Reagan? Oh, man, I should know this.
Didn't pick you up.
Who attempted to assassinate Reagan? Hinckley. John Hinckley.
Yep, that's right.
Is John Hinckley still in prison? On June 15, 2022, Hinckley was fully released from court restrictions.
Wow.
Wow. Holy crap.
He tried to get a president.
That one of the Secret Service guys got paralyzed.
Yeah, that's right.
He's not around. Like, wow.
Wow. I can't believe that.
I remember when they said he was
they wouldn't let Lennon's guy out, but they're gonna let that guy out.
They should let neither one of them out.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's crazy, dude. And what, did they let him out on like?
We have a crazy legal system.
Man, you are not even close to joking. That is the craziest shit in the United States. Is our legal system throughout the entire country? That's got to be one of the top things that's crazy in our country. That and godforsaken insurance. The two craziest things that we have to deal with as American citizens, I think. Those right there.
I don't know. I would call this more egotistical a little bit. Man, I have some friends that actually are judges. Like, we'll call them, I wouldn't call them like friends, but I know some people that are judges. And I try not to be like that towards them, but man, I don't really like judges because a judge can decide like what's going on in your life.
Oh yeah.
How your life is going to be affected by something you may have done or not done or whatever the case may be. Like, that judge is given so much freaking power, and
so nobody had that much power.
Exactly, and the bad thing about it is at some point that judge could be very well guilty of almost the same exact thing.
Oh yeah.
And how do you hold them accountable when you've been given the power to judge people and put to, like, I don't know, like I don't know what other system would be better than that. AI is not gonna be able to do it. We can't trust AI to do it. AI will take us out. But
at some point it's probably gonna happen too, man. That let's type it in AI and let's see what AI's got to say, and then we'll use that then with our own judging system, and we'll take AI into account. And I mean, shit, man, that's probably not too far off in the future.
Would you if you were in a big city and you you called an Uber and it was one of those driverless cars, would you get in and ride in it?
No. No.
That's crazy.
Call me another.
Those people are crazy that do that. If you wanted to get in and I'd be like, you're crazy. I'm not. Like, Chris ain't no driver, dude.
Do I think that it is a cool and great invention? Yes, but things need to be tested. And lots of tests. And with the way that people drive on the road,
oh my God,
if all cars were that way and they were controlled electronically or whatever by AI, then yes, that would be fine. But
this car is artificial intelligence. What if this artificial intelligence car was, snuggled up with some other car or something? What if that car is having a bad day? Or it does think, right? It's
had enough of you.
It's artificial intelligence, like. No,
how far will they let it advance? What's the stopping point for the AI advancing? Because eventually it would be smarter than us, right?
Oh, okay. I'm going to ask you a question, and God, I hope you say no. I hope you say no. Your car out there, will it parallel park itself?
No.
Thank God. No. You're still a hipster, but wow. I am not
a hipster, and I know how to parallel park. Matter of fact.
Hold on a minute. Tell that. We have just a few people watching, and you can leave a comment and vote later. Chris says he's not a hipster.
Don't grab.
Chris says he's not a hipster. That's what Chris brought with him to my house the other day.
So in the middle of the day, it was like 1 o'clock, 12:30.
Is your freaking name? Did you tell him your name was Enjoy?
No, maybe they thought I was cute and they were like, let me write him.
They write your name on here. He got a.
It's a grande latte with oat milk, no flavor. They didn't ask for my name.
Chris, are you going by Enjoy? That's crazy as shit if you are.
Oh, look, they even put a little smiley face right there.
I know, but look, it says, they usually have your name right there. And yours, do you have an alternate life where you go by Enjoy?
My name's Enjoy, everybody.
That is funny.
Does that make me a hipster is what we were getting at.
A little bit, yeah.
Just because I got a coffee. And don't let him fool y'all. I know that Tina goes to get coffee sometimes whenever they're together, and I know he gets the green tea. I know he does.
It's black tea, and it's only if I forget to bring a drink from the house. Because I always have drinks in my house. So
Tina, tell us. He's getting green tea.
Like most of it, she'll tell you, like, maybe 1 out of 5 Starbucks trips. And it's not the green tea. I get the black tea with sweetener.
That's still not. I mean,
That's the closest to Southern sweet tea as you can get.
Nah, that's yuppie tea, man. What'd you call it? Hipster. She's
Like,
not yuppie.
she'll
hipster.
tell you. She's like, nah, actually, most of the time he brings his own drink. Because I know when she'll tell me when she's going to stop and get coffee. She'll be like, let me get a Capalute Rife Frappe Puto with a espresso shot.
Espresso.
Cold, and then let me get a hot Lapitude Tite.
Oh, man.
No foam.
No phone. No phone. Make sure you don't get any phone.
Like, what did you just order? And they'll come back, and she'll be like, you want a tea? And I'm like, nah, man, I brought me a drink. And they'll come back over and be like, that's 1982. Like,
damn.
Did you just order 2 cups of coffee? It's $20. Damn.
Yeah.
Man, I see where this is crazy. We'll just talk about crazy shit. There's so many crazy people. It's hard to talk about people. McDonald's, I heard McDonald's was bitching because their price of stuff is down. And no, not their price. Their sales are down.
No, the profits.
Yeah, there's profits and their sales are down.
Yeah.
Well, ain't a Big Mac like where you guys live at around here? I think a Big Mac meal is what, about $16?
What?
If you $15 or $16 probably.
No. I haven't ate at that restaurant in years, so I have no idea. There's no. You got to be kidding, right?
How much is a Big Mac meal in North Carolina? The states where the cheapest Big Mac, or North Carolina and Wyoming where it costs only $4.19. That's just for a Big Mac. Nah, that ain't right. Wait a minute. How much is a Whopper combo meal in North Carolina?
They said it's 11 in Wisconsin.
Costs around $6.49.
No, you're not getting the meal for
Medium
$6.49.
fries and medium drink.
No, I don't believe that one bit.
Nah, man. On average, it says a Whopper meal at Burger King costs around $6.49. Kiss my butt. No, it does not. They're $13 or something. I'm telling you, $13 or $14. You could almost like go to Applebee's on when they get that $2 for $22 thing for like.
That's not true. I just went to one of those kind of places just a few weeks back.
How much is the number one at Chick-fil-A? You get that, right?
It's just, I think it's just under $10 for number one, like $8 or something like that.
That's pretty crazy.
God, I was trying to see if I could find a menu for the BK. Either way, I know it's so expensive.
What?
Somebody, Danielle told me what you said about me. Uh-oh.
Who is that? Angry who?
Angry alpaca?
I don't know. I don't know an alpaca.
I don't think I do either.
Nor do I know Danielle.
I do not know a Danielle either. Sorry. But either way.
Hey, interesting. What's
Yeah. So, but we were talking about the price of the crazy restaurant food. But I went to one of those restaurants like an Applebee's or something like that. Hey, what's up, buddy? And but I got a salad with some chicken and like a sweet tea, and it was like $22.
Yeah. Did you go on? Didn't you have a date this weekend? Where'd you eat at?
I did.
What kind? Where'd you eat at?
I had we had some Thai food.
Man, have you not never said? What if you had an Along Came Polly moment?
It could have happened. It could have happened. You know, we had some shared food, and I had to tell her, I was like, we got to go easy on that hot stuff.
Oh,
So she told her I was a Canadian. What? Which one of us are you talking to? And I answered, she was right. Go Danielle. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eh? I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Canadian, eh?
I'll call Ricky and Julian and we get it verified.
Oh, I started watching some of that.
Best show ever.
I'm in the first season, but I did start watching some. That has got to be the dumbest show I've ever seen in my life, man.
But it's funny.
What's up with the guy that got out of jail and he's coming back? He's like the main guy over the trailer park. The dark-headed guy that's always got his drink in his hand.
That's Julian.
That's Julian.
Julian's going to have a drink in his hand the entire time you watch the Trailer Park Boys. No
I mean,
if they're robbing or fighting, no matter what the situation is, Julian is going to have a Crown and Coke in his hand.
That's hilarious, dude.
No,
he's like the man of the trailer park.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ricky, they are. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's always got a drink.
Dude, so far.
No, for real. Like, he has a drink the entire time. Trailer Park Boys is the best. Julian, that's part of it. Julian always has a drink.
This person says that they live close to where that was, I guess, supposedly filmed.
What, the Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah, Nova Scotia. That's what they're saying.
Oh, man, they could go get the shopper carts out of the creek like Bubbles did. That is too freaking funny. Have you seen him do that yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, man, you gotta keep going. You gotta get known. So you figured out who Leahy is, right? The trailer park supervisor is a drunk dude.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah.
Is he already drinking?
No, I don't think so. I'm only a few episodes in, man.
Leahy gets wrecked, dude. He's the worst alcoholic in the history of any TV show.
I mean, as popular as that stupid show was, man, they had to have made a fortune because of the video quality, and at least in the first season, is horrible, man. I mean, it's like it was done with a VCR tape recorder.
Corey, the good old goofy dude, Corey Corey Bowles is actually the producer. It's not Bowles.
Is that the guy that's got the weird hair?
Kind of like dreads a little bit. He's out like they're like two of the. They always get picked on, but they're. I think Corey kind of worked everybody on the money end of it when it was finally time. And he wasn't even like one of the stars really, but it was his idea. It says executive producer Corey Bowles.
Heck yeah. I'm gonna keep watching though, but that man, yeah. That's crazy.
Trying to think. I did have some crazy teachers. What's the craziest movie you ever seen? What's the one movie any movie that you think you watched? Well, that's crazy.
God, I don't know, man. I see a lot of documentaries that I think is crazy.
Man, I've seen some people mess with animals. That was pretty crazy stuff.
Steve Irwin was probably one of him, or what's the other? Oh no!
Man, you know what I don't hate about him. The first time I ever seen Steve Irwin, I'm pretty sure he was messing with a black mamba. I'm almost for certain. And the first time I seen him doing anything, like I said, I'm really sure it was a black mamba. I was like, dude, if you keep doing this, you're gonna die. And then he died doing it.
Well,
a few years later.
That's
the first thing I thought. I was like, dude, you crazy.
He just had a spur of the moment thing, man. Whenever that thing got him in the chest and he pulled it out, it's probably just an instinct. And
punk ass stingray took out the
fucking crocodile hunter. His boy is just like him. He goes and rides through they have it's like a nature preserve, I guess, or whatever. And dude, if he's driving down the road and he sees a snake on the side of the road or whatever, he's like, oh, we got to stop moving. We got to grab him. And he went over there and grabbed this little small snake one day. And he's like, oh, we got to get this little fella back home. And he took him and put him in his shirt pocket and then took off driving. The snake's all climbing up his thing. He's like, oh, come here, little fella.
Those guys they're pretty crazy too. That's animal people, man. That's.
What about that guy that did the show where he went out in these foreign places and would go by himself? It was something Stroud was his name, and he would video himself doing all this stuff. Survival shows.
You talking about the Man vs. Wild dude?
Is that Man vs. Wild?
He got caught faking his stuff, man. He was staying at a hotel and shit.
No.
Oh yeah, Bear Grylls.
No, don't talk shit about Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls got caught, Chris.
Bear Grylls is a he is a a decorated veteran, is he not? Like in the British Army or whatever.
Okay, what's that got to do with American Army? I'm from Britain.
I don't know, man. Bear Grylls is the shit, man.
Last time I checked in 1776, we won. And I'm not taking that. If he was a veteran, thank you for the United States. Thank you for your service, whatever.
No, I don't think he would hear.
No, okay. Tyler, my son Tyler was a big Bear Grylls fan, and I just seen some of the stuff he was doing, and I was like, nah, man. Bear Grylls peed into a damn cantina and drank it straight faced on the outback of Australia.
Yeah.
I know that you can drink your own urine, like bullshit, man. He drank that shit. That was freaking purified aquafina that he drank. That was not his own pee.
I mean, it was on.
I know how to do camera angles and cuts and stuff like they showed his thing. So there had to be a cut where he moved. Like, man,
dude, let me tell you, I saw one of those Bear Grylls shows. So let me tell you, I saw one of these Bear Grylls shows where he showed what to do if you're stranded in the ocean, like if your boat went down and you're surviving on like floating luggage.
Call your film team just right over there.
He's just explaining what you do. Now listen, he said that you cannot drink ocean water. You can't. It'll shut your kidneys down from all the salt. But you can take it anally, and you can get hydrated like that. And so what he claimed that he did was he took this tube that he had from wherever he got it. Dude, I'm telling you, this tube was like that big around, dog, and he shoved that thing up his butt. So he claimed, and he's over there yelling.
See.
He's got his feet up in the air, and he's like, "I'd much rather be home," wherever he's from. And he pours that water in there. And
man.
He was mad about it though, but it seemed real. I mean, so we've learned that you can.
Did Bear Grylls get caught faking his TV show? Yes, Bear Grylls was caught faking his TV show. A program consultant revealed that Grylls stayed in a hotel room on some nights and that certain scenes were staged for him. Grylls later apologized for misleading viewers. Me and my son argued about that the whole time Man vs. Wild was on TV.
Look, ask it how many times Bear Grylls has climbed Mount Everest.
He probably faked it, Chris.
No, that wasn't fake. That wasn't fake.
How many times has Bear Grylls climbed Mount Everest?
Y'all hear how he said it?
He made it to the Guinness Book of Records, but it's since been broken 4 times.
But he made it a world record.
4 times he's done it.
4 times. One of those times he climbed so far, and then he flew a one-man little, like an aircraft, up there around as high as it would let him get, and he holds a record for that too. Bear Grylls is the man, dog. He may have cheated on the show a few times, but
man, when I was watching it, I was going, no.
Man, I used to love those survival
Fake.
shows back in the day.
Fake.
But that Stroud guy, I can't remember his name. That might be Man vs. Wild. No, Bear Grylls was the Man vs. Wild. It was the other guy. But he used to set up the camera by himself. And he did all the filming and everything on his own. Like, it would show him walking like 2 miles into the distance. And he had to turn back around and come back and get his cameras. And he was cool. He did good stuff. His was a little more detailed than Bear Grylls.
See, them people that do that stuff are kind of crazy.
Yeah, man.
But Bear Grylls ain't crazy. He's staying in a hotel. He's supposed to be out in the Alaskan wilderness and with polar bears and stuff, and he laid up at the Hilton in Juneau.
Shit, do you blame him? What would you have done? You remember that other stupid one that was called?
I don't do that kind of content.
You remember the one that was called Dual Survival? That was one that was on. It had the 2 guys on there. One of them was a military guy, which he was kind of. He was rough around the edges. The other guy didn't wear shoes, and he was from somewhere in Arizona. And everywhere they went, this guy went barefoot, except whenever he was in like the snow, he had these socks-looking things that he made to cover his feet.
Doing?
The survival show. They were showing how to survive.
It was 2 dudes together?
Yeah.
Always together?
Yeah.
Out in the woods?
Unfortunately.
Cold nights?
Yeah. Well, what would you do if you was in that situation?
Not nothing that probably they was doing. I guarantee you that. Damn, Chris.
Man, if you were in the woods, was you and your buddy camping, and all of a sudden y'all ran out of firewood, your blankets got burned up, you'd be sitting there holding on to your buddy, trying to stay warm so you didn't freeze to death. Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would. Because if it was me,
All right,
damn it, I'd be hugging up on you. I'd be like, you go come here, big boy. You go give me some warmth.
You're not fucking hugging me. Like, it's not gonna make us any warmer.
I am not freezing to death if I'm camping with you somewhere, just so you know.
It is. Okay, I'm not going camping, but and it's not gonna happen. But
Oh shit.
oh my god, if we was camping in a tent, if you somehow talk me into going camping, what is the temperature that you're gonna require? Do you think you're gonna be able to lay up against me for warmth? What is the temperature? Like, what do you think? How cold would that? What is the?
Oh, it's going to be negative degrees. If it's negative and we like the blanket got missing, it got burned up, it got soaking wet. Rain happened in the tent.
If it's negative degrees, Chris, I'm going home, dude.
No, the cars broke down, man. We don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. This is a life-saving situation. What's going to happen? We're going to be freezing. You're going to look over at me and you're like, man, I don't want to have to do it. And then that Berlin song's going to come on out of nowhere.
Why do you have to add a romantic song to it? I should. Hear ye, hear ye. Like, wow, man. See,
and that's why.
and
that's
the title
why,
of this episode was "People Are Crazy." Exhibit A.
Don't you hit
Right
me with
there.
that thing.
You're crazy, dude. Like, I'm not freaking snuggling with you.
Look, I never said that I
Ever.
wasn't crazy. You're the one that started the whole thing off talking about how crazy you could be. I left.
But you know what?
I left myself out of that.
I can be sadistically crazy or something like that, or passionately crazy, but I can't be cold crazy.
Well, you know, me being freezing and not wanting to freeze to death, that could be a compassion crazy. I ain't saying I want to kiss you. All I'm saying is that I will take your body warmth so I don't freeze to death. And you see that I'm not really concerned about you. I'm more concerned about me freezing to death.
I'm really warm.
I bet you are.
I don't.
I
Like
bet
that.
you are, teddy bear.
I do not like that at all. I do not like it. Like,
You'd be over there looking at me talking about, I'm getting ready to eat you if you don't make it.
Would you eat a person, or would you do that to survive?
I would try to catch my own food first before I did.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to, but if I had to 100%, there was no food, and that's the only way that it was. I mean, I guess, man, I don't know. I would probably get real skinny before it happened, though. But then again, it wouldn't be a good idea then because the meat would be too bad, I guess. I suppose you're talking about, like, what is it, the Donner Party or whatever?
If I had to, and I had a choice, you know what I would have on the side?
What, fava beans? You're damn right. Yeah,
Just
that's crazy though. That is crazy talk.
yeah.
You think, oh, man, it's really crazy to think that if you were in some sort of crash like that, you were stranded in like the Alps or something like that, you know, in the middle of the Alps. And, you know, you had to find a way to survive, you know, and you had to, like, you know, get down into the valleys to find a way to live. And I mean, you'd never be found.
I ain't gotta worry about it.
Yeah, me either, because I'm not going over there.
No. I ain't flying across the Alps.
I mean, you could get lost in the Appalachian Mountains. And
I doubt it.
I mean, how the hell does it happen to these people, man? I mean, you don't go off the beaten path. I think that's the big thing whenever you're doing stuff like that. Don't go off the beaten path. You're not going to get lost. You go down one way, you come back up. Tina said, would you die so that others could live off of you and survive? Damn.
Who are the others?
Who are the others indeed? So, I mean, who decides that, though? They're like, all right, there's 5 of us. Somebody's got to go in order for the rest of us to make it. There's only room for 4 people to make it. Who's Do you draw a straw? Does somebody just decide, but look, all right, I'm going to be the
Y'all
one.
can draw straws.
I'm taking a club, and the smallest person, whack. Problem solved, y'all. Let's get the hell out of here.
I don't know who the people are. Probably not. I mean, it's a pretty small list.
That's a good question. And I'm just joking, saying what I'm saying. I really don't know. I mean, I guess it'd be hard to know unless you're in that situation, really. But damn, I wouldn't want to be in that situation. I can tell you that. Like okay, you're in a cave, and you know that you only have 24 hours of oxygen for how many people's left in there, and it's going to take 26 hours for the crew to get there. They know that. Somebody's got to go. Or does everybody, do we all just go at the same time?
I'll decide for us.
So you're making it. That's what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. I'll take it upon me. Like, look, I'll be the one that has to make that decision.
Think you can handle it? Yeah? Think you could live with that?
I look at everybody, I'm like, you, and you. Who wants to go first? Explain to me why it shouldn't be you. And hurry, because we ain't got much oxygen. Yep.
But then what if everybody decided to jump on you? They're like, all right, he thinks that he's the one, so let's go ahead and just take him out.
Let me know how that works out.
All right, well, that's a crazy situation.
I might have enough oxygen for 3 or 4 days then.
I mean, I guess so.
And something to eat.
Like, yeah, just go ahead and give me a couple more days in here before y'all.
I don't know, like, if it was to save a bunch of strangers, and you could do something to prevent it, but it was going to take you out, would you do it? Strangers.
I might.
There's kids in there.
Yes. Yeah, if I have to do something and I know that if I give my life, it's going to save some kids, I think so. Maybe that just means that it's my time to go.
Good answer. Yeah. I don't mind being a hero.
Yeah, that's what having, that's big time shit right there, man. To know that you're going to be going out as a hero, what's better than that?
Well, I mean, that's kind of the end of it, but all along the way, it's never too early to start beefing up your obituary.
I guess you got a good point.
Second dude, like he said that it's never too early to start beefing up your obituary.
Oh man.
So that's but yeah, like kind of got sidetracked Monday. Last week was exhausting, but we do think we have a sponsor. I'll probably be hearing something here in just a little while. In fact, I'm gonna reach out to them and be like, "Yo, what's up with this?"
I'm excited about that. That's super cool.
This scares Chris really bad.
I don't know if that scares me or not.
I just keep it over here. Like sometimes when he says stuff that, like if I totally disagree, I have to. I use it to make this is my exclamation point.
Everybody knows you're over there with the Cobra head.
I can be like truly annoying when I want to.
Well,
Tina can tell you that.
Don't get her started. She might tear into y'all here.
Well, she does stuff. She'll say my name a certain way, and it freaking annoys me so bad.
Like, don't freaking call me that.
Yeah, but I do it to her too.
That's what happens, man, whenever you're a couple. You do things, you know what aggravates each other, and you do things just to get a rise sometimes, man.
It's been a couple years ago. Some people might go, that's crazy. But, so...
leave us off with a good story.
This is a couple years ago. I tell the truth, my comedy's the truth. But anyway, so a couple years ago, you've been to my house. I've always had a really clean house.
Yeah.
Even with the monkeys or before. I always had a super clean house. And I got to where I was, because I had Tina around, I would leave. If I took something off, wherever I took it off at, I dropped it. Beside the bed. Bathroom.
Testing?
Foot of the bed. No. And she began to pick stuff up. And continued to. And it was like 2.5 years later, I found out that she didn't like to do that. I mean, it had got to the point to where I was purposely leaving stuff because I was like, she's like, oh, look, you left the shirt laying in the floor for me. Like, she thought I was being nice.
Yeah, I bet she did.
I told you guys I think this is crazy, but like, no, but she don't. And but then there has been a couple times where I might leave something there and be like, this time I think I'm going to let her pick that up.
Ooh.
And then she don't. And then, there's like a pair of wind pants or something laying on my side of the bed for like the 4th day in a row. And at that point, we've got a standoff. That's what I call that. Like it's a test of who's gonna cave first. And sometimes you can't cave in life, guys. You gotta stand on what you believe in.
How long do they sit there for?
We've both won our fair share.
Let me tell you, man. Whenever I was married, me and Marcia, we went through a similar thing where we would pick things up after each other, and this was years ago. Whenever this happened, but there was this one little spot that was over on the side of the house, and there was a cobweb there. There was a leaf that was on the floor, and dude, I mean, after cleaning up the house, I was like, man, I'm not. I was like, that leaf has been there forever. I was like, Marcia can clean that leaf up. And she obviously thought the same thing, man. I mean, that thing was there for...
How long did it live?
Man, at least a year, dude. It was over in a little corner. Like I said, it was a little cobweb.
Who called another one out? Like, you didn't get that leaf up?
No, I think that I'm the one that eventually got it. I'm sure I was.
See?
I'm the one that caved. But that's why I'm a good man, Because I caved. I was like, hell with it. I'll pick it up. I'll be the bigger person here, and I'll pick up the mess.
Oh, and I do, not for real, seriously, I'm glad I thought of this. I have a public service and health announcement.
Oh, what you got?
Summertime, man. It's hot.
Yeah.
Besides staying hydrated, stuff like that, guys, like, everybody really, it's July now. It's hot. It's going to be 95, I think 93 today, 95 here tomorrow.
Whew. Before the humidity.
People that are out, you have to be around people and stuff like that. Please take showers.
Wear deodorant, y'all.
Yeah, try to stay out of the heat. I mean, I understand, there's, people that can't help it, but, man, wash off, man.
I want to, first of all, I want to thank you for saying that because I'm getting ready to go. No, I'm getting ready to go to fish shows, dude. The fish tour starts for me. Fish starts this weekend.
A fish show in the summertime, count me out. That's freaking hippie fest.
Oh god, dude, that's all over the
like
the social media pages, Facebook and stuff like that. There's so many memes that are out there about the fish wooks that need to wear deodorant and shower. Y'all, please, if you're coming to the fish shows, wear deodorant and take a shower.
They're not going to, Chris.
Man, we love you, all the same, but man, you stink. And for my bigger friends, that's hairy, my guy friends, man, don't come and hug me whenever you see me at the fish show. Just give me some dap. That was good to see you, brother. You don't need to come hug me and put your hairy, sweaty body on me. I don't appreciate that at all.
Man, so, I'd be at the fish show sitting there like, forgive me if I don't shake hands.
You got to watch out, man. Some of those things they do, they can pass on how they feel to you through handshakes. Through cheap kisses.
They can't.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever, man. That's the most hippie shit I've ever heard. Guys. Hygiene's important this time of year. It always is, but it really is right now.
And wear your sunscreen, too, everybody. And even though I lack on that myself. Good Lord, look at your red arm, man.
Yeah, red is Bender Soleil tan.
Man, I got the big tattoo. You can't hardly see
I'm not
my
ethnic.
arms. Well, what are you trying to say, man? I've got a little Native American, but I'm Native. But man, you turn red.
No, I don't. I'm tan, man. I'll take my shirt off. Hey, let me tell you what.
Please don't.
I had on Saturday, I think it was Saturday. I had over 100,000 views on Saturday in the pool without my shirt on.
Let me get on there with my shirt off on the Monkey Boo page. You know?
No.
Why, man? You want to catch more views?
They don't want to see that.
You want to catch more views?
I got 100K in two live streams. I had over 100,000 views.
Dude, I work out like 5 times a week, man. I don't look bad with my shirt off, dog.
You're such a hater.
I'm not a hater. All I'm saying is that I look pretty good with my shirt off, man.
Totally a hater.
I'm trying to get you some extra views here.
Totally a hater.
And speaking of, if you do get those extra views with my shirt off, man, I get part of that, all right?
Totally a hater.
No, it was before. Oh, there you are.
Tight.
Oh, my God.
Look at that guy.
Y'all.
See, look.
Y'all, look at this guy. Jesus.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. And people do this all the time. Look, 63,000 and 41,000. Yeah. And I'm fixing to come out of my shirt on this one. Like after I did that, I promise the next time before I get a monkey outer, I will knock out like 25 or 30 push-ups right quick.
You should.
Right before I go on video, especially if I'm gonna have my shirt off like that. Like it would because 25 push-ups will tighten you up pretty good.
Well, it does.
It would have looked like it would have looked a little different.
That's one thing about me. My chest has never been real broad. I'm gonna have to say it. I guess I got kind of a bird chest a little bit, but I'm working on it.
You can say it. Go ahead and say it,
man. But I'm tough though. I'm telling you, dude. I got like an 8-pack you can see right now.
Oh my gosh!
I'm telling you.
The fucking liver. All right, this is Pete the Liver King.
Oh shit!
Oh my god! This guy sitting over here.
Watch, y'all see. I'm gonna have to get on the monkey page one day with my shirt off in the pool, and then Pete'd be like, "Oh man, Chris, you're giving lots of views over here."
Yeah.
He'd be like, "How come you get so many more views than me?" That's what you'll be saying.
You know what I don't have?
What's that?
Tan lines.
My tan line, I do have one though. I do have one.
I ain't got no tan lines.
I can't go get buck naked out there in the pool, man. I don't have one of them. I mean, I guess I could go out there and lay in the yard, but man, you imagine what my neighbors would say? I would get a phone call.
You were crazy.
They would think I was crazy. I'd get a phone call from Rusty, plain as the world. He'd be like, "Chris, are you out there naked?" Yep. Sorry, buddy. Don't look this way. He'd be all, "Damn, boy."
Yeah.
All right, well.
The pool's been super nice, yeah. But I had a super great 4th of July. Family was over. My cousin, the oldest one, she's 9. And she gave me a hug and everything. She goes, "I don't want to leave."
Oh.
She's starting to tear up. And I was like, "You don't?" She goes, "No." And I was like, "You want to stay?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Forever?" She's like, she started crying more. She's like, "Yeah."
Forever.
Tina started crying. Her mama started crying.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude. Well,
I haven't, Coach would be the same way.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what I told Tina. I was like, that's why I said, that's just my cousin's kids. I was like, wait, the coach.
I tell you, so for my friends that have had kids that like I remember them from being babies, there's only, I'll tell you, I've only seen pictures of Coast, but that's a cute little very very small baby. You know, most of them look like aliens, I think, and but I think Coast is a little cutie.
Now he'll be like there'll probably be many people like John Stamos is to you. That Coast will be many people's John Stamos. I would feel like.
I hope he's. I hope
totally
so.
see that. I can totally see that.
You know, you take you out of the equation there. Ty, he's a good looking guy. And, you know, his wife Eve, she's a beautiful young lady.
Yeah.
I'm at, you know, they have a really good chance that Coast is going to be a very attractive young man. You know, they're good looking people.
Ty's a good looking guy.
He really is. He's in shape.
He looks like me. He's good looking.
Is that what you? I've never seen a young picture of you before, man. Never.
I'm better looking than Ty, even now. I feel like.
Y'all, I mean, man.
I feel like I'm better looking than Ty.
Oh my God. I hope he checks.
I'm trying to get Ty to come on and do an episode with us. And Alyssa's going to be doing one with us also.
Good. I'd love to have Ty over here. Both of them for sure. But I'd like to talk to Ty. You know, see how fatherhood's treating him. You know, what kind of feelings he's got and stuff like that. Because I'm sure he cried whenever the baby was born. He strikes me as the kind of guy that probably did.
He listens to country music all the time now. Of course he did.
Man, I've been listening to country music, man.
Yeah, Chris was trying to turn me on to some country music a while ago.
Sturgill Simpson. If anybody's listening, check him out. The guy is amazing. I've been like, my mind has been blown. I've been stuck in Fishland for so long that I'm starting to come out of my shell, y'all. It's kind of fun.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're coming out.
Of my shell.
You're coming out.
Of my shell musically.
Oh no! Let me finish my statement, Chris. You're coming out and you're going to start listening to country music.
I'm not coming out. No, I'm coming out of my shell and starting to broaden my musical horizons.
Because, I think if it really happened back, I think you could beat off 100 gorillas.
I am not beating off 100 gorillas. That is not happening. I'm sure somebody on here listening will fall for that.
Yeah, this started out supposed to be about like sadistic, crazy people, but I don't know. I guess it's just Monday. It's just lighthearted. Last week was a long week. The 4th coming on a Friday like that it makes it for a long week. Every day felt like Friday to me last week.
I had a great weekend myself.
Oh, I know I woke up on Saturday morning, and it was when I first woke up and was laying there and was like, what day is it? I was like, oh, it's Saturday. I was like, damn. I was like, there's a lot of weekend left still. I was like, I might be kind of weekend out.
Yeah.
We got the diving board fixed.
Oh, nice.
I did the triple landing off the house onto
Oh.
brought trampoline out there. I went off the house onto the trampoline. Nah.
Y'all don't know what the triple landing is. That's from the movie Back to School.
With Rodney
Yeah,
Dangerfield.
yeah, great movie.
The triple landing.
Yep. Oingo Boingo was in there.
So, yeah. So, like I said earlier on, I can't say who it is yet. I'm 95% sure we do have an official sponsor for, I believe it's going to be for 10 episodes. I'm pretty excited about it. And I really think it's going to be a really good long-term partnership.
I think so too.
I think it's like almost like the perfect sponsor for us, kind of, in a certain way.
I think it's good, especially for our first one. I think that's a really good one. I really hope it works out for us.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I know that do podcasts that have been doing internet and stuff. They're going to be like, what did Cat Williams say? If you ain't got some haters, you ain't doing it right.
That's it.
Like, I got something that might like not that I want haters, but there'll be some people like, I can't believe that.
Yeah.
But like I said, the sponsor, like, looking forward to it. If they say yes, like I said, it could be a long partnership. It'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But it'll be for 10 episodes, and I will find out later on today.
Yep.
Like, we haven't come up with our subject idea for Friday's episode. Wait a minute, you're going out of town on Friday with the dogs, right?
Oh yeah. So we're actually gonna do one on Thursday evening this week, right?
Is it this week?
Yeah.
What time are you leaving
I'm leaving
Friday?
out. I leave probably around noon. I mean, I can come in the morning, but
Are you going with the girl?
no, going with the band, Beatty and Paul.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is I mean, that. Yeah, I'm going with the band. It's gonna be a good time. Me and Beatty, we got a hotel room. We're sleeping in the same room, separate beds. Got to make sure I tell you that you'll get some funny ass ideas. But three nights in Charleston. If there's anybody watching this that's going to that show and you see me, come say hey. Come by and say what's up. I'd love to see you.
Is Fish in Charleston?
Yeah.
Anyway, gonna be there.
Man, it's in North Charleston, dude. You will be surprised, man. Fish heads are everywhere. Everywhere, just like Deadhead fans. We are all over the place, buddy. So, but yeah, so I've got Charleston Fish shows coming up this week. And then the next weekend, there's a Spafford show that's coming here local. I'm going to go see them. And then in September, at the end of August, I'm going to see Oasis in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium. I'm real excited about that, man. They put out their set list from the past couple of shows they just did. First tour in like 16 years. Wow, man.
They can't fill up that stadium.
Dude, they have sold out everywhere that they're playing.
What, like one of the hallways or something?
No, dude, these are stadiums. These are huge shows.
I know, that's where the Giants play.
Wembley Stadium, sold out.
Oasis.
Yes.
Wonderwall.
Yes. They're back. The group. There's 3 of them back together. Both brothers and the rhythm guitar player. Or I guess he could be playing lead guitar now.
Really?
Yeah, dude, and they're sounding good. They really are. They're the brothers aren't fighting. They said they're not going to be doing that anymore. And but I got them in at the end of August, and then September I'm going to see Fish for pretty much 5 consecutive days. Going to see him at the Mothership in Hampton, Virginia, and then Alpharetta. That's how I was taught recently to say that word, Alpharetta. In Georgia, and I'm gonna go see him a couple nights there.
Alpharetta, Georgia?
Yep. I'm actually gonna be in Alpharetta. I'm going solo to that one.
Been there.
Yeah. Alpharetta's a nice place. I've been there once.
Been to Alpharetta.
So again, if anybody's going
could tell you a story, but it ain't. No, it's not. They have advertising now. It's not advertiser friendly.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, I meant to ask you this a while ago before we wrap this up.
All right.
Did you have to make intercourse face this weekend? What are you freaking smiling at me like that? Like, talk to him. Like, did Chris have to make intercourse face?
What I'll tell you is that I practiced my intercourse face to make sure that it's going to be good when the time comes.
You actually did practice it? Did anybody else practice that? Like, we had a lot of laughs about it between us and other people too about that.
The best way, if you're going to practice, the best way to do it is you have to be leaned over the phone like this so that all the blood runs to your face, and then make your face. That's the real and correct way to do it, because that's typically how you're
over them.
Yeah.
So show them over the phone how you'd be.
No, I'm not showing them anything. They know. You set the phone down on the table.
Go over the phone. I'm not looking.
No, it's gonna be one. You can't even do it.
Make your face now. Make your face.
You can't. But so everybody, we're the intercourse face is going to be a thing on here, because really and truly think about what you look like for your intercourse face, and make sure that you're doing a good job for your partner. You want to make sure they're seeing what what they want to see, I guess. So, but
you could be walking down the street and somebody can take a picture of you and you'd be like,
that could be an intercourse face.
I sent you a picture the other morning. Was that or was that not a real?
You sent me a picture?
Oh, it never got to you. Oh, it's on his phone. Damn it. No, it never sent for some reason.
Don't be sending me no pictures like that.
Remember that thing I sent you a text that said action photo?
That's what I was. I thought you were asking for one for me. When I got that message.
That's disgusting.
I got that message and I laughed, and that's why I sent a laughing.
When I text another man, I send you an action photo.
Because I know how silly your ass can be sometimes.
No, man.
And I took it as a joke, not as you wanting to see me in action, man.
I was laying on my pillow and I took a picture from over top.
Oh no!
And I made a face.
Oh God!
And I sent it to you and I said, live action photo.
That is funny though.
Because you got the text that said live?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll show you. There's a picture. It just didn't send. Damn it.
Well.
That's.
Well, we're gonna have to end the podcast, man. I got to go pee. So.
Chris has got to pee.
Yeah. So this is gonna be it for us.
All right. So Thursday night we're gonna do a live.
Yeah, Thursday. It's gonna be in the. Let's do.
I'll let everybody on Facebook know. Probably around. I guess around 7, Chris goes to bed at 9:15.
What's wrong with doing one at 7? You're just gonna be busy. You're gonna have to do that, and then you got to do your live after that.
Yeah, I'll be 6 hours. I'll do 6 hours.
We'll call it 6 or 7, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Thursday night.
Sure. Thanks, Donna.
Thursday in the evening.
Yeah, Thursday in the evening.
I'll post it on Facebook. We'll probably have a few more people watching on the live.
Yeah.
And we'll come up with something fun to do.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll be talking about our new sponsor and stuff.
I hope so. Too. But we'll have a good episode planned out for you guys for Thursday.
All right, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. This has been super fun. There's Donna.
Yeah,
my good friend Donna.
She said to do it. Good as always.
Yeah.
So, but look, take care of your mental health. Spay and neuter your dogs.
Practice your intercourse faces, guys.
Practice the intercourse face. We'll see you guys on Thursday.
All right, everybody have a great week. Love you guys. See you.